Yo, this is Tommy G. The poorest place in America, Pine Ridge Reservation. No way I just struggled saying that.
This window got shot up right here with a shotgun.
This is how easy you get alcohol in this watch.
Hey, can I get two
water bottles?
Yeah.
In the nighttime, it's when it's scary.
So when the sun goes down, we should get out of here?
Yeah.
Nighttime, the right time.
Everyone comes out.
It isn't unusual at all to hear gunshots in some areas of the Pine Ridge Reservation.
Where's the Pine
We're
Ridge,
seeing
though?
an all-time high of violence and
See?
drug trafficking
Pine
like
Ridge?
we've never seen before.
South Dakota? Shit, this is my first time hearing about anything about South Dakota. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, how, like, bro, like, generally speaking, bro, like, how do you feel? Like, this is for for everybody that lives in an unknown state, well, how does it feel? Like, say like you go somewhere and everybody's like greeting everybody. They be like, hello, you know, say, I'm from Texas, I'm from Florida, I'm from New York. And you stand down, you be like, oh, I'm from South Dakota. Like, how do you feel? I ain't gonna lie, like, I mean,
Have you had to use that before?
Yup.
On a person?
Yup.
I probably can't ask any more questions than that, huh?
Nope.
But tell me about the process of flipping this into pints. How does that work?
One water bottle will equal up to this much.
So we're okay.
What would you say, 20 for each one?
No, thank you.
25 for each
Can
one?
you hear me? On this channel, we've traveled far and
Damn,
wide
that
to the
nigga said,
roughest
"Nah, you
places
gonna
in the
take
United
this
States.
motherfucker."
Of all the places we've gone, Pine Ridge Reservation may very well be the roughest place we've ever been. The
Okay.
stats here paint a remarkably bleak picture. Here, there's a 90% unemployment rate, there's an 80% rate of alcoholism, a 70% high school dropout rate, and nearly
Damn.
half the population has diabetes. There are no banks, no motels, no movie theaters, and there's only one moderately sized grocery store to support a population of nearly 20,000 people that stretch
One grocery store to... Oh my
across
gosh.
3,500 square miles. On this reservation, a third of the homes have no electricity or a basic water and sewage system. The utter lack of
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. What is happening in South Dakota, bro? Is this one of the reasons why nobody knows about South Dakota?
and commercial activity leave the residents almost no options for employment. With an average annual per capita income of $3,000, this is the poorest place in America. And despite this, you find people here that are striving to make a difference. There's a skate park that promotes sober living and gives the kids a safe place to go. There's a principal that wants to show her students love and support. There's people battling to preserve the culture and teach the kid their native tongue and traditions. It's a place with great challenges, but it also has a lot of resilience and character. Today, we cover the yin and yang of Pine Ridge. We examine history to see how these conditions came to be, and we talk to community leaders to see what the way forward is. Let's get started.
Somebody out there always has it worse than you.
Folks, we are on the outskirts of the Pine Ridge Reservation, one of the most notorious reservations in the country. It feels like we're on another planet. We just passed through the beautiful remote Badlands, and now we're in this rural hill country. This was ground zero for some of the Native American struggle against the U.S. government. This is a place that still has a lot of roots into their history. They still speak Lakota. They still have sun dances. They still have a lot of the ceremonies that have guided their culture for years. But as you can see, 2 ambulances passing by. This is also a place that struggles with a lot. Alcohol addiction, meth addiction, high rates of diabetes and obesity. This is arguably the most impoverished place in the country. Incarceration, somewhere between 7 out of 10 men get incarcerated around here. There's a lot of cyclical things at work. The relationship between these folks and the U.S. government is a treacherous one, full of betrayal, full of just dirty tricks. It's an ugly part of American history. A recommended reading for today's episode is Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. So without further ado, folks, this is going to be a while.
I'm going to have to check that book out.
Right. This, folks, is the Pine Ridge Reservation.
I ain't lying, Tommy G always coming in clutch with these, like, I don't know how Tommy G do it, bro. This nigga always comes in clutch. Like, Tommy G's tapped in with literally anything, bro. Any type of information you want to know, bro, just ask Tommy G. I bet you can get you the drop.
I'm Oglala Lakota. I'm the founder of the Mothers Against Meth Alliance.
Is meth still big out here, or has fentanyl replaced it?
We do have fentanyl. We had a few deaths from fentanyl. I do harm reduction here, which is illegal.
So you do harm reduction?
For me to have clean needles, they said they'll charge me with dangerous drug paraphernalia.
The local
just by having
PD?
clean needles?
Yeah. A few years back, we had a young girl who was gunned down on Main Street up here, and that was like probably my 3rd year fighting meth. Everything I do, I pray about, and what came to me was me to start patrolling the streets. I've been doing this for 10 years now.
How bad is meth in the area?
Meth is
that an army
here.
Like what % of people would you say are on meth?
90. I'm building a detox, a grassroots. Our build date is June 1st.
Beautiful.
And
I like her, bro. Like, I respect her,
gonna
bro.
be a healing center.
Like, let me get some claps for her, bro. She's doing everything she can to help people, bro. Like, it always like, bro. No matter how bad a situation is, bro, there's always some beauty in it, man.
Pooriest, we're gonna have a safe house for young people escaping drug addiction.
This is in the middle of nowhere. How do you think meth makes it into the community?
We have Denver, Rapid City's a big pickup place. We have cartels who are infiltrated in here. On our
Mexican
list.
cartel?
Yeah.
I've heard rumors or whispers that Mexican cartels also involved in trafficking of Native women.
Of course they are. The Interstate I-90 and I-29, those are major vessels for sex trafficking. Because I fight meth, sex trafficking is a big part of my program.
They go hand in hand. If we wanted to find meth, how hard is it to find around here?
One of the street people will probably be walking, and you just ask them and they'll find it for you.
How much do I need to buy a hit of meth?
So I gotta ask somebody. Wait, to get meth only costs $10?
On a daily basis, what do you see while you're on patrol? Like, do you have to revive people? Do you have to call ambulances for
Sometimes
people?
I do. Last night, one of our unhoused relatives started having a seizure, so I had to get out and call the ambulance and sit with him till the ambulance came. Sometimes I find a gang fight. Sometimes I find people getting beat up.
Beautiful baby in the back.
Sometimes I find sex traffickers and I chase them out of town.
And they're mostly Mexican guys?
No, this one comes from Nebraska.
Is he a native man?
No, he's a black man.
So if I see a black guy around here, does he have native blood in him? Or?
If he's a local, he's half indigenous. For the kids, a lot of kids come down here after school and play. Just gotta make sure. Then if I see meth dealers, I'll beat them up.
Okay, she's standing on business. I like that. Told them, like, you don't run your city,
What can you
girl.
tell us about
they
the
don't
area?
run your city, girl.
It looks like it could be fun, but it also looks like it has some sketchy spots.
I can see some fun things in there.
Sketchy people.
You gotta have an imagination.
Women going on. Some kids.
Does everyone know about the missing women?
Yeah,
That's no secret around here.
Rapid City Police Department is asking for your help finding 26-year-old Michelle Elbow Shield. Pine Ridge woman has been missing since mid-December.
Remains of Shayna L., young man afraid of his horses, were found last night on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation.
I just went to a conference this morning in Rapid City about missing women. They said, oh, it's MMIW. I didn't know what that was, but that's a commonly known thing around here. Where are these women going? Are they getting killed? Are they getting trafficked?
Getting trafficked, killed, everything.
I just heard from Mother Jewel. I don't know if you've talked to her before. That's your grandma?
Yeah.
Apparently cartel has some roots in here.
Yep, there was rumors of the cartel being here.
We were just talking about some of the trafficking that's going on. We were at a conference this morning about missing women. Everyone knows about that? Everyone's heard about that? That's sketchy as
common.
Who is taking them out? Is it their boyfriends? Is it their husbands? Is it random people?
Should be random people.
Could be the boyfriend.
Is domestic violence high around here?
It's very high.
Is it just men hitting the women, or do the women hit the men too?
Both.
That's a tough way to have a relationship. It really is. I can't lie.
It's kind of normal around here.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, okay, listen. I always say this, bro. Like, I don't want a girl that like is gonna like beat me up, but I want a girl that's gonna fight back. If you get what I'm trying to say. Like, if I raise my voice, she raise her voice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if she raise her voice, I'll raise my voice. If like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say like I'll never hit a woman. Like, I'll put this on my own mama's life. I'll never hit a woman. But I like a girl that have her own backbone, and cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm talking crazy, she can talk crazy back, homie. I like that shit, bro. I like that shit. But I don't know about a girl putting her hands on me though. Like that, then now I have to walk away. I'm not gonna lie. If she fake hits at me, I like that shit too. But if she hits me, like with true intentions of hurting me, might have to turn into that game is game, nigga.
Not to be that way though.
We as men are supposed to be the protectors. And if we're the ones terrorizing our own family, that's not the best path. What was it like growing up here, fellas?
It wasn't bad. It was
kind of rough as well because the environment kind of bad because the alcohol and the drugs and there's nothing to do around here.
You just get it so easy.
I see you have someone on your shirt. Tell me about that.
My big cousin, he died from cancer.
How old is he?
22.
Do you know how he got it?
You don't really go to the hospital here if you don't want it.
Is there a solid hospital in town?
There is it now.
They just give you some painkillers until you just
He's gone.
Do you guys ever go hiking in the Badlands?
So like if anything happens, they just give you a painkiller and be like, all right, you good, Lalo.
I go hunting out there. I go out there here and there. Shoot some guns off.
you know, Blakes and shit.
Are you kind of the cowboy of the crew?
Yeah. You ever heard of Indian Relay?
No, what's that? Oh, I see
really
you're a
popular.
champion
It's
too.
really
I see on your
popular.
belt buckle you're a champion.
Yeah, it's like relay, but on the back of the horse.
Horse racing
Damn.
with no saddle.
Yeah.
Tough son of a gun.
What was the pay for the championship last year?
That nigga hop off that horse quick and hopped on the other one.
Quarter of a mil.
I see Indian relay. Is Indian still a word that someone can use, or is that don't? That's offensive, or don't
It's
say
not
it?
offensive. I don't take it offensive.
Okay, so if someone says an Indian
Exactly,
reservation,
like,
that's not like
for me, when
beat the shit
somebody
out of
says nigga, like, I don't find it offensive. But if they say the ER, then it's like, you know what I'm saying, kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
that guy. I think one thing you're gonna notice here is the Oakland Raider logo everywhere you go. So I wonder if there's some like Chicano Cholo vibes going on. And like even the guy that pulled up with the bandana and the Loke sunglasses, I instantly felt kind of like Mexican gangster guy. Shane just got out of the joint. He's back in time for a visit, so I'm happy that he's joining us. Are they friendly?
No, they will attack you and they will take you to the ground. It's
Really?
crazy, yeah.
Have you ever been attacked by a dog?
I have.
More than once?
More than once.
Yeah, I'm telling you, boy, them stray dogs, boy, hey, they gonna try to eat anything they see, homie.
I've been in and out of prison all my life. I got into the federal system when I was 14.
That's
Damn.
young.
Went on to a boys ranch till I was 18, on to federal juvenile prison till I was 21.
What was the boys ranch like?
It got me a high school diploma, a boxing club. It pushed me in a good direction, but coming back to surroundings like this at a young age and being vulnerable, it was easy to get sucked right back in. Coming back to that, gang banging.
Am I allowed to ask if you were TBZ?
Yeah, I'm TBZ.
That was the most powerful gang in the area for a long
Yes,
time,
it
right?
was.
Is it still around as much as it used to
They're
be?
still around in the state prisons, federal prisons, here.
Is TBZ mostly older guys or are there young
What's
cats?
TBZ
in
though?
there?
Generational.
Everywhere I go right now,
You should like further explain to me. I'm kind of lost here.
I find that the 14-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids are doing the most crazy shit.
Crazy, the guns, kids packing guns, regular murders. Back then there was some, but it wasn't like it is today. But again, it comes back to how they're raised, no role models, and look where we live, where we have to grow up.
Damn,
We
that
are
thing was
at
low-key hitting my
homeless
ear.
shelters in Pooriest, South Dakota right now.
Is homelessness something that's been growing over time here? Or is it staying
Honestly,
steady?
It's been here.
Oh, this is
since
the,
I was
oh,
growing
he took
up, I always seen homeless
ski
people.
mask off.
And now what we see is an influx of more younger people turn into
That
these
nigga look part Asian to me.
ways. It's the opportunities we don't have here, the assistance.
I live here. I'm part of the homeless community. Out here in the reservation, they don't have a lot of jobs, so.
What are the job opportunities for someone out here?
The small local restaurants.
Has it been like this as long as you can remember, or is this recently that something has changed?
That's something that's been in the making. The tribe is holding us back.
How so?
We have industries that would like to come in and build in our area, but the tribe wants to always have their hands in their pockets.
So they want to take.
Oh, so basically, like, people want to come and, like, build some stuff on the land, but the tribe wants to, like, keep the memories of, like, generation to generation of, like, what's been there. And, like, they want to, like, or they just want to keep, like, controlling anything. Because they know if the government comes and, like, does something, like, they won't have control over the land.
Too heavy.
They want to say, hey, I want the tribe's name to be on it. Everything has to be the tribe, the tribe, the tribe. These industries don't want that.
What do you think the unemployment rate is in the area?
It's in the red zone. This is some of the beadwork that I'm doing today. It's something that I do in order to support myself.
We've also heard that there's a high concentration of meth in the area. If you were to point at 10 people, how many of them do you think are involved with meth?
Majority of the people. Or they have no support for transgender community.
What do you do in the winter if you're homeless, Ryan?
Okay, I wanted to ask. I'm glad that she said it. I wanted to ask, like, cause, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, is this person, like, you know what I'm saying, part of the LGBTQ? Like, I wanted to ask that.
A lot. We would walk around this area and follow footprints. We would look for older people that drink and that use. Their bodies are so intoxicated that they don't realize that they're cold. They'll fall asleep.
And they can freeze
Did she take meth?
Is
this what, like, a meth user, like, on their face, what it looks like they take meth?
Winter, we lost quite a few people to freezing to death outside.
Sorry to hear that. Alcoholism is one of the strongest forces working against the people of Pine Ridge. The bottle has wreaked so much havoc here that it has been referred to as a liquid genocide. Pine Ridge is actually a dry county, meaning that alcohol here is illegal. However, it's easy to find. You can find a bootlegger anywhere you look. Alcohol-fueled crime fill the reservation jails, with DUIs, domestic violence, fights, murder, and bootlegging being commonplace. The relentless tide of alcohol sweeps away the years, leaving Pine Ridge residents with some of the shortest lifespans in the Western Hemisphere, second to only Haiti. So proportionally, Pine Ridge's alcohol issue makes San Francisco's fentanyl problem look
being behind Hades is insane. Then they got his butt out. But being behind Hades
like
is
child's
insane.
play. The kids wanted to show us how easy it was to get bootlegged alcohol in the area.
LGBT
So they
as a
grabbed their
homeless, never
GoPro,
seen
they
that
went on a
coming.
mission, and this is what happened next.
Yo, I ain't like, yo, bro, come on, Moon.
Alright, we gonna show you how easy.
Yo, Moon.
This is how easy you get
Oh,
alcohol.
they taking us on a drill?
How much? What do you got? We got 20. We got $20. We'll get some alcohol. What? Boys, let's roll out.
They taking us on a drill?
Mission Impossible.
Look at that rat. Damn, just
Two water bottles?
Yeah.
How you doing? How's your dad doing?
He's alright.
whoa, they know about your dad? Hold on. Type of connection you and my dad had. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. They hide in the cam. Is this legal? Yeah, they're hiding their faces and everything like that and hiding the camera.
Alrighty then. You guys have a good one.
Like, that is insane, bro. Is that easy? Go to their house and don't show the scenery, boy.
Look at that.
Okay.
Straight alcohol, nigga.
What did you just say?
Look at that. That's straight alcohol, nigga. We gone. That's how easy it is in this reservation to get some alcohol. He just walked up in that.
Get some alcohol.
So much bootlegs around out.
We call light skin. Grandma's just in there though.
All blank and shit.
One of them was sitting on the couch all blank.
Let's go.
What are people mixing alcohol with? What have you guys seen so far?
Antifreeze, hand sanitizer.
You put in a car windshield wiper.
Yeah.
They put it in a, like, bro, so basically, like, they'll put alcohol in, like, this type of, like, small hand sanitizer, bro.
Mix that with alcohol.
Yep.
Does that actually get you drunk, or is it just to stretch it?
It just f***s up your stomach, bro.
I would imagine someone would feel miserable after drinking that.
I know one story of this girl who bought one, and she died off it.
Why antifreeze? Of all things you can mix it with.
Wait, drinking antifreeze?
They're just trying to stretch it.
Yeah.
Can you get drunk off a hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Over the years, what?
You can get drunk off a hand. Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want to talk to niggas that found out this information, because, bro, like, what was your brain process into doing this, bro? Who sat there and said, yo, let me drink hand sanitizer and see what it's like? Yo, let me drink some antifreeze. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro went like this.
So all you niggas, white and brown, jeans, tacuaches. See, I'm Mexican. I can say what's up, nigga. ¿Qué pasa, güey?
¿Qué pasa? Like, bro, like, personally, like, when it comes to the word nigga, bro, I kind of don't care who says it, low-key, though.
Have you seen as far as what people
Like,
mix into the
depending
alcohol?
on how you
Back then it was half pints of Lord Calvert. This new vodka craze is killing the people. It's the lowest grade alcohol you could get. Mix that with the stuff that they're putting in to sell it.
Is that creating a wicked hangover for people?
Hangover, I talked to a lady at IHS, people coming in with poisoning from all the stuff they're putting into these drinks just to stretch it.
There used to be one of the biggest liquor stores in the country around here in Nebraska, right?
White Clave, Nebraska, 2 miles from here. Every building was a bar. They made millions on this reservation.
Because this is a dry area, right?
Right.
The loophole was a place 2 miles away across state lines, sold all the liquor.
And it was good and it was bad, because now you got people traveling on these highways to go get their liquor, which makes the highways more dangerous.
Because people are driving drunk. They're not waiting home to drink it. They're drinking on their way home.
At some point there was a lawsuit from our tribe, the Oglala Sioux tribe, who shut it down. Now it's like a ghost town up there.
Have you ever been in a shootout?
Yes. In my days it was territorial. Spent a lot of time in Northside, Rapid City.
That nigga
I'm
talking,
lucky
he
to
might
be
be
sitting here
sipping on
today,
that word.
talking
Hard
with you
liquor or
guys
what?
in one piece.
I think
Has
liquor
anyone
probably
ever been
most likely
shot at
hard.
here?
I'm not
Being
gonna lie.
grazed on the leg right here.
What was that like?
It was just a little drive-by, but I mean, that's just normal around here. It's just another day.
You're already back from their mission.
Yeah.
This kid wanted to show us how easy it is to access alcohol.
That nigga just got grazed by a bullet and said, and that nigga said it like a champ too. Like, that nigga said, niggas get shot every day, B.
Oh, here? Can I sniff that shit? Here.
Niggas get shot every day, B.
So,
Is that a ski?
Yeah, we went out to the skid first. Make sure it's real.
Check it. She probably knows.
Alcohol.
They know how to check to make sure it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
I don't know.
smells like shitty vodka. How much did this cost?
$10. 20 for both.
Someone that's really into alcohol, how long does that last them?
Like 30 seconds.
hours.
Does everyone here have someone in their family that's been hit by alcohol? Like addicted to alcohol?
Everyone. Straight out the jug.
This is for educational purposes only.
Oh, Tommy G finna try it?
Yeah, I'm good on that. So that's bootleg alcohol. How in
That nigga said, yeah, I'm good on that. Nigga selling bootleg alcohol, bro.
Pooriest is bootleg alcohol around here. Will a cop bust it?
Nigga selling bootleg alcohol.
Yeah.
Bro,
Is it risky to sell bootleg alcohol?
Yeah.
That
So
shit.
like, I want to know what's in the alcohol then, bro. If it's not pure alcohol, what's in the alcohol then? If it's bootleg alcohol, because that nigga Tommy G said Windex, like antifreeze, and like, so you tell me this nigga Tommy G for educational purpose only risked his life on the line for some antifreeze, bootleg alcohol.
It's making my whole mouth buzz. If I'm trying to recover from being addicted to alcohol, is there any resources around here?
There's a meeting spot over there.
How many people around here you think are sober from everything, just completely living sober?
25, 50% maybe.
I'd say less than like 15%.
Damn,
The
less than
res
15.
is like literally only 20, maybe not even 15% of the res has jobs around here. The rest of the 80% of people don't have jobs around here. Selling drugs and alcohol be the main source of money flow around here. People,
So do you think a lot of the reason why meth and alcohol is so heavy here is just economics? If there was better things to be doing, people
if there
wouldn't
was
be
more
doing
jobs, and then if we had addiction centers and everything, it would be more helpful, but we don't have those like right offhand where someone can just go check themselves in.
it. Do you have any stories of growing up on the res that can give people a picture of what life is like here?
The way I grew up was more like traditional and stuff like that, where you go and go to like the powwows and sun dances and stuff like that. Like there's a good amount of people that are sober, are getting sober, you know, so.
I notice a lot of people just walking down the street and kind of just trekking. Is that common around here?
Yeah, that's very common.
That's very common.
Someone walking right there.
Where do you think he's trying to walk to?
Probably trying to go to the store, probably a blunt rat.
How strong is the police force around here?
It's strong, but they take a lot of respond.
If I break my leg or my grandma gets shot, how long are they going to take to show up?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Is TVZ big in the younger generation?
It is big down here.
What's the average age around here, like 18 to 20?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do with yourselves?
I just want to make money.
It is a hard place to make a bag.
Depends on what you're doing.
How much you got to have in a bank account to be like, I'm rich?
1,000 at least.
Look at this guy with the, what, do you go to Johnny Dane's or something? If you don't mind me asking you, how much did that run you?
Stole it.
You stole it?
That nigga
I
stole
can't lie.
somebody.
The Wi-Fi building?
Yeah, you go in there, get on computers.
The Midwest is a little bit like it too, but it's almost like this place is like 20 years back in time.
40 years back in time. This is whack.
I've been to some reservations where people get monthly draw from the tribal government. Does that happen around here?
Some people do, not all of us though.
There's first of the month check, $200.
Who qualifies for that?
Pretty much everybody. There's tribal funds that's allocated from the government.
Is housing given to you? Do you have to pay for it? How does that work?
Each tribal member is allotted 2.5 acres. The majority of people have a mobile home and set it down on their property and do the best they can to try to fix it. Actually, this is my grandmother's house who died some years back. A lot of good memories here. This shows how the home could have been reused for somebody else, but resources here are limited. Actually, right now, our housing authority is going out of business. It's management funds. Now they can't remodel these houses. They won't be able to do it for X amount of years.
How you want the dog, nigga? See, I probably got bit here because I was trying to touch the dog.
Some houses, 5-6 families living in one house.
What can you buy a house for around here?
8, 10.
8 to 10 grand? Do I have to come up with that money or does the GA help me with that?
You gotta come up with that.
Well, that's my mom right there.
How is it raising boys around here?
It's hard.
You got any stories to illustrate what it's like being a mom around here?
These kids have nothing to do. So what else are they gonna do is find something to do to get in trouble.
For a kid leaving high school, like what are the most common jobs people do around?
When I had nothing to do at home, nigga, I always did something that got me in trouble, bro. Because in my head, it was fun.
Here?
Grocery store.
Especially the younger generations, like that's not too glamorous. I would rather be a hustler or something like that.
Exactly.
We were just at a conference earlier today for missing and murdered indigenous women. Is that something that's widely known in the area?
Very wide. I think they run away from their families because there's basically 20 people living in homes, you know, and there's like so much things that probably go on in that home.
So they run and then they get caught in situations that are tough.
Yeah.
Has there been a situation where you ever had to call the cops?
All the time. There used to be a meth trailer right back there. This trailer is abandoned back here. I have grandkids. I have her and I have him, and they just party and loud, so we gotta call the cops, but they never come.
You want to take us to the trailer that you guys have the meth heads that are trying to take over? We go over there?
Nigga, that's kind of crazy, bro. Imagine raising kids and like the next trailer or the next house down is like a meth, like a meth or like a party like type of. You get what I'm trying to say?
I used to be over here a lot because this is my cousin's crib. Like I said, I remember sitting on them couches when I was like 6 and 5.
How many of these do you think there are in the area?
This window got shot up right here with a shotgun.
What was the beef about?
Stupid shit, honestly. I mean, we never was really trying to beef, but everyone's all trying to be gangster and shit.
How long has this place been abandoned like this?
3 years, 4 years.
And who used to live here before?
Most times it was kids because the parents would leave them here, you know what I mean? Parents would go and get drunk. I remember that because that was my cousin that would take care of his little brothers and sisters, you know what I mean?
Someone died back here?
Yeah, I said they remember?
And this is her memorial. Rest in peace. That's sad, man. How old was she?
She was a little older. She was an auntie.
Do you guys have a dream job in mind?
I want to be an auto mechanic. I'm really good at turning bolts.
Same thing. He does. An auto mechanic.
I was thinking mechanic. If I had a magic wand, I'd get rid of most of these meth heads and most of the meth dealers because that's where everything's going wrong.
Fentanyl's creeped into the area?
No, that's bad out here. It's really bad. Everyone dies off that shit. This ain't safe.
No.
In the nighttime, it's when it's scary here.
Yeah?
The most dangerous.
So when the sun goes down, we should get out of here?
Nighttime, right time.
What's bigger here,
I don't know
meth
why it's
or
stuck in my
alcohol?
head.
Equal.
Are people doing meth and alcohol?
Yeah.
That's a scary combo, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just saw the Raiders logo on that car. And also, like, I can tell by, like, the bandana and the glasses, I feel like there's a little bit of, like, almost Southern California culture mixed in here.
No, they're
bro,
very heavily.
Yeah? Did anyone kind of dress like a cholo around here in the summer? Like the high socks?
Nah.
You ever heard the higher the socks, the downer the food?
Yeah.
Is this the main hub of the town?
This is the East Ridge, North Ridge.
Are you guys cool with them? If you guys aren't cool with this side of town, then let's go to the side of town you are cool with.
Oh, when I tell you,
I was about to say, hey, boy, if I'm doing an interview and I'm, you know, or you taking me around your place, make sure let's explore the bad, but make sure we keep away from the bad, nigga. Take me somewhere like, you know, not them, whoa, not the ops block, whoa.
they really be out here.
I swear to God, got big ass drakes.
The hell, this nigga Gideon got Le'Veon Bell?
I was using it already as football training, right? So I'm already playing football, and I'm just using that for extra cardio, just like.
Is that green olives on pizza, bro?
Shape in off season, so I can come back because I already know how much.
How do guns get to the res?
I'm in Denver for real.
We're gonna win this a backstreet
around, I don't know.
And where's
stack
the
right
pistol
now.
go for around here? About
3, 4. If it's stolen, 250 maybe. I mean, depends on the size.
I gotta wear one of these. I'm still doing time in federal prison under new drug laws that came into effect.
What was your last bid for?
And the dog is still following them.
Distribution of methamphetamine. Last bid was for cocaine distribution.
What got you into selling meth?
Since I was young, starting out like these guys, the lifestyle that I idolized.
Bro, I can't get, bro. I'm not even focused on the video. I'm focused on the dog, bro. Like, that's kind of sad, bro. Like, I want to take care of the dog, bro.
It's not worth it. I do so much time with family. I'm 47 years old today. I spent over half my life in prison.
Now we're rolling to an indoor skate park.
We're at Ground Control, Lakota Skateboarding.
Hey.
Welcome to Ground Control, bro.
This is a cool spot.
Me and the skaters built this place.
What's the mission of this spot?
Eliminate the off season for the skaters. When it snows here, we got a dope outdoor skate park. When it snows, we come here and we just skate here year round anyway. So,
Is there a sober living component as well?
I want that spot. Yeah, bro. Like, I always wanted to be a skater, bro. You can see the skateboard in the back, but I never used it. I ain't lying, nigga. One time I skated, nigga, I fell. I almost broke my wrist. Yeah, I was like, yeah. I'm done skating, nigga.
Important to you.
I quit drinking almost like 3 years ago. My dad's death was the result of drinking, and I just don't think it's a good thing. And I really encourage the youth not drink and live that healthy lifestyle, because on a skateboard, you can do anything, man. Take you all over the world if you let it.
How hard was it to quit drinking, and especially with your peers probably still doing it? How hard was it to pull away and do that?
Well, it wasn't really hard. I just quit because just one day it was just too much for me, man, and just hanging over. I quit a month before I got in this building. That's what probably helped me, was building this place. In the future, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a dope-ass kitchen in here, and we're gonna start eventually eating our traditional foods in here.
I love it. A lot of the reason that kids are into stuff is because they
bro.
feel like they don't have
That's
many other
actually
options and things to
like
do.
that.
But this is something.
Yep.
When is it open?
We're open from noon to 8, Monday through Fridays. We're gonna eventually have this place fully staffed, just running like a clock, man.
This is really cool what you're doing. You're a leader. People are gathering here. You have a place to come. What advice do you have for the youth out there?
Just keep following your dreams. If you think you can't do it, know that you can, and write it down, and don't give up. This place is known that there's nothing to do for kids here. And I would always say, where there's nothing, you can do anything.
Keep making moves, okay?
Where there's nothing, you can do anything.
Kids, especially teenagers, tend to get in trouble if they
The only thing that can stop you from achieving whatever you want to achieve is yourself.
don't have the right things guiding their path. So whether
Trust
it's
me.
wrestling,
I should know.
skateboarding, chess club, anything that brings the
Well, yeah, it is you, because if you put your mind,
kids in the right direction, I'm a fan of, and that's why I'm donating $1,000 to Kyle and his ground control skate park in Pine Ridge to keep leading the kids on the right path. If the mission of this skate park moves you, please consider donating as well. We've seen a wide range of weapons on Pine Ridge. This is probably the most crazy one so far.
Right here.
Damn, she got a
Right here.
Have you had to use that before?
Yup.
On a person?
Yup.
I probably can't ask any more questions than that, huh?
Nope.
Self-defense?
Chop them up, feed them to the Badlands.
Do a lot of people go missing in the Badlands?
Yeah, people disappear there.
2 miles outside of Pine Ridge Reservation and just across the border of Nebraska is the town of White Clay, a place with 4 liquor stores and a population of 8. This town has one purpose and one purpose only: to sell alcohol to the Lakota people. Population of 8. This town has one purpose and one purpose only.
Who's she?
To sell alcohol to the Lakota people. At its peak in 2010, nearly 5 million cans of beer were sold through these 4 liquor stores, leading people to call this situation a liquid genocide.
Bud Light is so
in April of
disgusting.
2017, due to high
general,
pressure
bro.
from Native
Like, beer is
activists, Nebraska's Liquor Control Commission refused to renew the licenses for these 4 stores, effectively shutting them down. This has led White Clay to be the ghost town that you now see today.
This place used to be the liquor store. I used to come here when I was like 15, 16 years old, and used to be able to buy and stuff too.
You have a fake ID?
No, they never carded me.
They used to sell that. Sell to anyone, actually.
Are we in Nebraska right now?
Yeah, we are.
So that's the loophole. We go across state lines, people buy their alcohol and they drive back.
Yeah. Not even a mile.
Just making it a dry county work.
They made the highways more dangerous. Before you used to have to come here to get your liquor and go. Now you're going this way to get your liquor, out that way. It makes the roads more dangerous. More people driving drunk. The bottom line is here, poverty, no opportunities. That's what I believe it is. They're hurting. They're trying to kill the pain.
So alcohol's a way to numb the pain. Yeah. Is this a hard place to be a dreamer?
Yeah, it is.
Hard to make it out. There's only a few that make it out.
Faith dies at a young age, so for everyone.
A kid on the res wanted a ride home, so we drove him to his place. This is what we encountered. Okay, so where are you taking us though? Oh, it's good. What you doing?
I'm going to get my shot. Go get it? Yeah, I grabbed it earlier. I'm going to go and get his blick.
I can't imagine growing up here. A lot of stuff we couldn't show you on camera, like the amount of guns amongst youth. Like I'm talking young kids, like middle school, young high school kids. The amount of drugs and alcohol in the area, like how easy it is to find alcohol. To me, I just don't see many leaders for the youth. Like they say they don't have.
What is that? Yo, Tommy G sound like you driving on the road, boy. That sound like a clean ass beat, boy. That shit low key like a good ASMR soothing my ears.
Stuff to do, but like there's basketball courts, there's skate parks, there's indoor and outdoor skate parks. Yeah, like you do at some point have to be responsible for the decisions you make, but as a kid you do need guidance. I see a lot of that missing. And I really see that in a lot of the tough places we go. So looking at places like this, it is a little bit demoralizing and depressing. I see a lot of potential here, but I also see a lot of hurdles to overcome. So we're getting out of here before sundown, and we met a 15 and a 13-year-old kid that were on their way to go get their guns. So I'm guessing the nighttime around here is something that just isn't worth seeing. Shortly after we left, one of these kids got stabbed 9 times by a rival gang member. He survived, but had to be hospitalized for a few days. It's a stark reminder of how rampant the violence is in the area. October of 2016, Vinnie Brewer III, a member of the Pine Ridge community, was shot 15 times and killed in front of the Siouan Big Crow Center. His death is an example of many of the acts of violence that the people on the reservation have spoken about. We wanted to get a picture of who Vinnie was as a man, so we met up with his mother at the site of her son's memorial.
So this is where he was killed. Right here, there was a basketball tournament going on here. And gangs from Denver came and killed him. They shot him like 17 times and execution.
Wait, so you telling me like that nigga was putting belt to ass, cross up between leg, I'm talking about putting mad points on him, and niggas is salty?
Style once in the
and
back
they
of
get
the
it to
head.
him?
They kidnapped my daughter in the beginning and they killed my cousin. They were trying to run drugs through here and use my kids. Whenever they killed my son, like this whole town shut down. They had a curfew, I think. They didn't know what was going on and they did think it was the cartel, but it wasn't.
So was there any justice brought to the situation?
Oh yeah. What they did was they came here looking for my son after they took off with my daughter, because he used to run with them, right? He ran with this gang, and then
He ran with the Colorado gang.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they were trying to recruit him and he was going up there. I'm so glad he didn't, but look at what they did to him. They killed my cousin Annie and my daughter witnessed it, so they took off with her. That's what started the war between him and them. And then he wanted out and they won't let him out. They won't let him out.
What happened to your
That
daughter?
is sad, bro.
So I
'cause,
reported her
That is true, bro. Like if you join a gang, they won't let you out that gang.
kidnapped. That was on a Wednesday. They let her call me on Saturday, I believe it was. Right after that is when they found her in Colorado, Lakewood, Walmart. No shoes. She had bruises. And the guy who took off with her
Was she alive?
said that he loved her and that he was in love with her. But on the way up there, they had a bag over her head. Yeah, she's traumatized.
Oh,
Did she survive and she's around
She's
today?
around. She's in prison right now. Our life's been pretty much screwed up since 2016.
Why are so many murders
Like, bro,
happening?
really think about like all the things that like her son, her sister, because she said their aunt, and her daughter, bro. Like, really, like all the trauma that she had to endure during all that, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. She a tough
Believe
woman.
a lot of our people now, like a lot of these kids, are FAS.
The grip of alcohol here is so strong that 1 in 4 children is born with fetal alcohol syndrome. When a mom drinks during pregnancy, it can be disastrous for her children and leaves the child to contend with learning disabilities, memory issues, and poor impulse control. To no fault of the child, a drinking mom often sets up their kid to struggle in school, have difficulty getting along with others, and the child themselves is more likely to turn to alcohol as they grow up. And this further extends the cycle of poverty, despair, and violence. I didn't realize that the murder here is absolutely rampant. How many people have we seen wearing a t-shirt of their killed family member?
I think
That's like the most common t-shirt we've seen. It's either like a Nike t-shirt or it's someone's family member on a shirt.
Oh, I thought that horse had one leg.
We're going to Lakota Tech High School next. We were invited by a teacher there to come by, and we're going to talk to a principal as well. But today is a very special day in town. It is the day of prom. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Tommy.
Hi, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. It's prom night tonight.
Yes.
You excited?
Yeah, very excited.
Is
I
it
gotta go
gonna-
get dressed.
Oh, okay. So we're in a learning institution. First, maybe we teach the people, what are some Lakota words that they can learn for back home?
The first thing in the morning is Hihani Wash Day. It's just a good morning.
Hihani Wash Day.
Hihani Wash Day.
Okay.
I think if somebody asks you, we eat a lot, so like if you like the food, you're gonna say it's wash day.
Wash day.
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we say goodbye to each other, we never say goodbye. In the spirit world, we believe that we see each other again. So
Okay.
it's Doksha Ake.
Doksha, okay.
Ake.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that means I'll see you again?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a translation for this, but big dogs gotta eat.
There might be. This is auto.
I'm telling you, boy, hey, I was fucking up that Wingstop, boy. And when I got Wingstop, homie, I don't care. Like you say, bro, artificial eyed or whatever, how you say it, bro, fucking government made chicken and whatever I don't give a fuck, nigga. Hey, that Wingstop was good, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Tommy. Cooney.
Otto Cooney.
Nice
These
to meet
are
you.
Lakota language teachers.
Is there a translation for the term big dogs gotta eat?
Big dogs gotta eat. Shunka Tonka Yatinkte Hecha.
Big dogs gotta eat. What is it like being a principal in 2024?
It is challenging.
Yeah.
Students are coming, especially after COVID, with a lot of diverse needs. And not just students, teachers too. I feel like I'm helping support teachers learn how to teach again in person, to be engaging with students. I'm giving students hands-on experiences, you know, because when they were learning at home.
Her voice is giving me PTSD from my like math teacher I had, bro. That was so annoying and like, oh my gosh, I really did not want to be in her class, bro. But I respect her though.
Everything was through a screen.
Everything
her
was
voice
through a
giving me
screen.
PTSD.
Hard to learn through a screen.
Yeah.
Is dropout something that you have to contend with?
Yes, we do have a high dropout rate. I just looked at some of our data with our 9th graders. They are the largest population of dropouts. And so I just sat in a meeting yesterday with some of our
See? Let me think. Because I'm looking at her face. It might be her. I ain't gonna lie to you. It might be her. It might be her. It might be her.
Leaders and some of the state consultants to try to figure out how we can wrap around services and prevent some of the dropouts that
do you
happen.
do when a kid decides not to come to
Yeah.
school?
So it's phone calls home to
blonde.
parents. It's meeting with those students and parents trying to figure out what the obstacles are and why they're not coming. We do report truancy, but the courts are so backlogged and they don't have the
one time she dyed her hair
to,
black.
follow through with that.
I know it's because I do a lot of stuff across America. There's a lot of young kids that are really getting into rap culture and what they're kind of idolizing.
But like she low-key had a daughter?
It usually leads to prison.
But I know, I remember this other math teacher, she had a daughter.
I don't know, that's tough. Because me, like as a teacher,
Which math was this? This was in high school.
And I was a kid that hated education. You know, it's just
Like,
it's a product of their environment.
Probably junior year.
Environment is a lot tougher, so it's just hard to compete with
Probably
that. You can give them all the motivational words and everything in the world, but you know, it's
I don't know,
them
nigga.
doing
Junior
their
year
part.
math,
Is the
nigga.
family
I don't
doing
know.
their part too.
We
Now,
talked
I
about
know it's not
advocates
I know it's not pre-cal, but it's something.
for prison reform
Yo,
and
Big Claus, what's you, homie?
incarceration. And he said that about 7 out of 10 men are frequently in jail or in and out of jail. And that means there's a lot of men not in the household. Do you think that's part of the recipe? If there was more responsible men in the household, that things would be a lot different?
Yeah, a lot more structure. Our parents are both in the Wounded Knee occupation of 73. And
I
so
look,
their
you got
minds
shit.
were
I ain't lying.
tough love type thing. I just celebrated 35 years of sobriety last March.
You 35 years?
Yeah, I just turned 35. So I've never like done drugs. Or
That's
drank
amazing.
anything. It was tough at first, the peer pressure.
I feel like that's an achievement right there, bro. Never taking drugs, never smoking weed, never drinking. Like, I feel like that's really like, whoa. Like, I feel like that's really accomplishment in life, bro.
Smoke, but promised my grandma before she died that I would never do that.
You talked earlier about, you know, our dropout rates and stuff. One of the things that I try to tell my students is that no matter what you go down, you can always stop and make a different choice.
Yeah.
I was a high school dropout.
Yeah. What a great story for the principal.
Right.
Tell me the time you did those 3 things, Gleck. Story time. What the fuck? What do you mean I did them? I never smoked. I never drunk. I never had sex. Let me get some claps, nigga. One of them's a lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I got my GED.
And don't say it's sex because I'm black.
16, I got a job. You know,
Cat.
I was still able to go to college.
I blatantly
got
guess
my
that's
4-year
cat.
degree,
Y'all see
became a
women be
teacher,
having
taught,
behind.
still able to go get
Exactly.
my master's, and now I'm the principal of.
You have drank. No, I haven't. I haven't sipped no Henny. I haven't sipped no Whoa, nigga. All I had was Mike and Ike's, nigga. That's not drinking. That shit had 1.5 alcohol. It's not drinking.
High school.
What are you talking about?
So it's never
What are you talking about?
too late to do
That's
something
alcohol.
else different.
Drinking as in I sat there and drunk liquor as I sat there and drunk hard liquor. I sat there and drunk Henny. I sat there and drunk fucking, what is that? What is the other shit called? Casamigos. All that, nigga. I'm talking about hard liquor where you get there and get drunk maybe off of one drink, nigga. Not no fucking Mike and Ike where, nigga, even kids are drinking that bitch, nigga. I'm tired of this nigga, bro. Nigga taking it literally.
And we all have a reason why our road goes this way, that way, or the other.
Tired of this nigga, bro.
But it takes having people. I'm here because I had people that believed in me, saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at the time.
Yeah.
We left Lakota Tech High School and drove up to see the Wounded Knee Memorial. This site is hugely significant in Native American history, and I wanted to see it for myself. This is what we encountered.
Good morning. Morning. Hey, we're gonna pull up, and we're gonna pull up there. So we're okay.
20 for this one?
No, thank you. Do you hear me?
Do you hear me?
Yeah. Watch out, we're gonna pull away, okay? I bet he's gonna follow
That nigga said, "Hey, nigga, you gonna take this nigga."
us, which is fine, but
You're
it's gonna be hard
blacker,
to
unlucky
appreciate
for
the
you.
history of the place when a meth head is trying to sell you something.
Nigga, at the end of the day, if I get pulled over and we're both in the car, we're both getting shots. Black blacker don't mean shit.
Some crafts. I'm trying to get some gas money, and I was wondering if you guys would be interested in any crafts.
What's she selling? Go back to the other girl.
I take donations too.
What's
We're
that?
gonna take some time to appreciate the history here, okay?
What's she selling?
We're gonna give you the history of this place. This was the site of the massacre.
The origin of Pine Ridge begins with
Shooting
treachery
black-
and brutality
shooting
by the
back.
U.S. government. After years of massacres and being starved into submission, the
Oh, yeah.
Lakota people signed the Treaty of Fort
Let me make sure I never get in the car with you, buddy.
Army in 1868 and moved onto the
Yeah,
reservation.
this nigga said
In
he's shooting back at a
1890,
cop.
The deadliest mass shooting in American history occurred at Wounded Knee, where over 300 Lakota were killed by the United States Army and buried in a mass grave. They were machine gunned down because they refused to be disarmed in an era in which guns were vital for hunting and defending their land. The Lakota were initially promised a 60 million acre reservation. However, once valuable resources were discovered on this land, the U.S. government went back on their treaty. They passed the General Allotment Act of 1887 and the 1906 Burke Act, and these acts took millions of acres away from Pine Ridge. Today, Pine Ridge stands at 2.1
Taking
million
millions
acres,
is
just
insane.
1/130th of its original size. This chapter of Native history also saw systematic crushing of Native culture. The Indian Appropriation Act of 1851 led to Native children being taken from their homes and forced into boarding schools where their language and culture were banned.
Yo,
In
is it
these
bad
schools,
that
they were
I was
beaten-
probably like taught this in like, you know what I'm saying, taught this in class, but now when Tommy G explains it, like I'm more in tune with it and I like want to know more. Is that bad?
by nuns and priests if they attempted
All
to
my
express
points are
their
gone?
heritage.
Nigga,
When
why is
Pine
your
Ridge
points
residents
gone?
speak about the impact of generational trauma on the living
Your
conditions
point's
of
gone.
today, it's crucial to remember the history of how Pine Ridge came to be.
We'll kill her. Your dad is too.
There's obviously some very deep trauma in this area. People who are struggling really with addiction, but there's a guy, some people that are struggling.
Let me find me some black good teachers, bro.
I'm
Like
sure.
find me a black teacher that's gonna teach me and not bring up and talk about saying, yo, the white man taking everything from us. Which there are some great, you know what I'm saying, beautiful black teachers. You know what I'm saying? I had some. You know, I had a beautiful black, you know what I'm saying, male teacher, and I had a beautiful black woman teacher. The male teacher was for math and the female teacher was for English. Yeah.
With meth and other things that are getting very
Uncle
close
Ruckus
to us
Bob.
and very like threatening.
Well, what can I say? You know, black people. What is bro talking?
We've
Nigga,
been a
what are
lot
you
of
talking
different
about?
places in this country. Some of these conditions is unlike anything I think we've ever seen before. And the thing is, when you visit a place like this, is you never know what the answer is. I certainly think there are answers, but I think nothing is going to happen overnight. How do you change people's actions? And then when you look at the youth who are going to be taking over and you see what they're doing, it's like, oh, how does it not get worse? And what will it take for those kids to be engaged and excited and creative and using their juices for something worthwhile? Because man, the youth
Telling
is
y'all,
worth
bro,
so much. The youth
This is why you gotta be thankful for every position that you got in life, bro.
is everything. The youth is our future.
We wanted to learn more about the alcohol bootlegging, so we went to a remote part of the reservation and tapped in with some people that could tell us more. Here's what we learned.
This place is, I think it almost looks worse than Pine Ridge.
What up?
Can you tell us about you're used to be in the game. What was it like?
I used to sell like coke, and sell drugs too, and skips and stuff a little bit here and there just to get you by, whatever. You know.
You watching?
Usually down
It's
here,
Tommy
like,
G,
there's
the
no drugs
poorest.
down here. A lot of people
The poorest place in America.
do it. Like almost probably every fucking house does it. But they're so sketched out and everything. Because if you get caught down here with it and you have it on you, then putting yourself at risk to go 5 to 10. You know.
5 to 10 years for that?
For alcohol.
Does that seem like too many years?
5 to 10
Yeah,
years
that's
for alcohol?
That's very severe punishment.
And you have to do over.
But there's niggas out here in this world that likes young women, underage women, and they only go away for months.
80% when it's federal because it's
You
a
live there?
federally recognized tribe.
People do this for basically profit. We're talking
no.
what, $100 to $200 a day? What do you think the average person selling skips makes in a day?
Anywhere from $10 to $200 a day.
And all that at the risk of 5 to 10 years of prison.
So we found a bamboozled pipe.
Oh, like messed with? Yeah.
That's unfortunate. How is it unfortunate that I don't live there?
And then like a little bit of it will be lost.
Niggas put rubbing alcohol in. Oh yeah.
Go get somebody drunk.
This is the bamboozle. You can tell it's fake because once you hit it like that, as well as won't go up as much.
So do people get mad when they get fake stuff?
Sometimes they don't even know.
One time, I don't know what it was, but we bought a pint like that and we only drank one and
You know what you are.
it got us like drunk or whatever, but then our insides start shaking because it was mixed with something.
What do you think it was mixed with?
I don't know, probably hand sanitizer or something.
That can fuck somebody up.
Yeah, you could like.
Bro, niggas be getting bamboozled with fake liquor, and there be hand sanitizer, antifreeze, and fucking rubbing alcohol, bro.
Literally feel your liver
At
shake.
that point, nigga, don't even drink.
You can't. Like
What's a hangover like on one of these pints?
like a real bad headache and probably your insides like shaking and stuff because it's like trying to process the amount of alcohol.
I spoke with 2 alcohol bootleggers to learn more about the business, why they do it, the impact on the community, and what they thought about it. Here's what they said. So fellas, we're talking about the business of bootlegging. How common is it on the res? Like, if I wanted to find alcohol, if I wanted to go to a bootlegger, like how many people do I have to choose from, you think?
Depends on the housing, whatever housing you go to, each district. There's some people you can go to. If it's in water bottle, you don't know what they might put in there or whatever, so it's best if you buy it store-bought. So
Do a lot of people cut it with shit?
they usually put Lysol or whatever in there. Then they Lysol?
Wow. What happens when you drink Lysol?
Honestly, Lysol is gonna make you feel ugly, feel stomach sick. Then that's the point where you have to call the ambulance. Then they take you in.
Is that where they pump your stomach?
Yeah.
What
I ain't gonna lie,
attracts
bro. Like, I really can't understand the nigga. Like, I understand they change this nigga's voice, like this nigga don't get caught and put in jail. But it's like, bro, I still can't understand this nigga, bro.
people to the liquor when it makes them feel so bad?
Whenever they
Nigga got Kevin Hart on screen, bro. This nigga Kai actually got Kevin Hart, bro. That's actually insane, bro. That's actually insane, bro.
usually hanging over, sick, or something like that, then they go back to it. So
That's
that way
why
they
there are
can cure it
subtitles?
instead of going to the hospital.
Well, no,
So
I'm
that's
saying
why
like
it's
the
such a
voice
vicious
hurt.
cycle, because the only way to cure the hangover is to drink more.
Like,
Let's
shit
learn
loud
about
as
the
hell in my
lingo.
head.
So what's bamboozle mean?
It means it's laced or like either that, like mixed with Lysol or the hand sanitizer or something like that.
What percentage of bottles you buy, pints you buy, they're also called skips, right?
Yeah. What percentage of skips
out there are laced?
It's gotta be between 50-50 sometimes too, you know. Depends on who you buy it from.
So, like, this res is very spread out. You can go some miles without seeing anything, and then you see like little pockets of housing. Does that mean there's a lot of people drunk driving to go back and forth when they get their liquor?
Most likely, yeah.
How common is it for someone to have a DUI around here?
It's probably about like 40-60%.
40 to 60%?
Yeah.
The first two are misdemeanor, right?
Yeah. Third one is automatic, yeah.
So we got a bottle of vodka here, Kharkov. How much can you buy this for?
$12.
And
Nigga, 12!
once you flip it, what can you make up?
You can make about like $35.
What was the most you guys have ever
You can
made
buy that
in
shit
a
for
night
12 and
selling
then
this
flip it
stuff?
for 35.
If you buy a box of that, that'll cost $75. Then you can flip it for about almost $200.
Okay, and is that a big night?
Yeah.
Are there undercovers?
Yeah, there's undercovers around there. Yeah.
How serious, like this much alcohol, what's the punishment for getting caught with this?
Usually just
Oh shit! The government might be watching.
As you can tell by how quick we were to turn the lights off, I know there's some punishment that's with this, but what if we get caught with this, how bad is it?
That'll be like 3 days if you.
3 days in jail?
Yeah.
Can people go to prison for this stuff?
It ain't that hard. If you're selling the meth or whatever around here, then you can go prison. But
Is it fair to say, because I've heard unemployment rates can be up to 85 to 90% around here. Is that what you guys have heard?
yeah.
Does that sound like a crazy number to you guys? That's huge. This is a common way that if families are just trying to eat, pay the electric bill, this is what they do.
Yeah, that's what they sell. That's what bullying causes, because they're short on money and stuff like that. They choose to sell that.
So do you think alcohol should be legal on the res?
I mean, honestly, it's hard to say because like there's too many people dying from cirrhosis.
That's the liver failure, the kidney failure.
Yeah.
Obviously, making it illegal doesn't work. People still are getting it, and
I ain't lie, nigga. It's still crazy to me, bro. I don't see how niggas be drinking, homie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, even with like the small stuff. When I tried it once, even with the small, like the Mike and Ike's, like I said, not the candy, but like the Ike and Ike's, whatever. I don't know what it is. With the 1.5% of like alcohol in it. Nigga, even that shit tasted bad, bro. I don't it was lemonade mixed with like, I don't know, bro. Even that shit was bad, bro. I don't see how niggas do it, bro.